I'm Mel. I'm part of the crew of Divekin. One of my favorite parts about being crew on this ship is that you get to climb. Being a volunteer, you do not have to climb, but if you want to and if you are able to, it is always an option. In order to climb, you have to put on a harness, and I'm going to be showing you how to put on a harness. So these are the harnesses that we use on board. Now, the first challenge is figuring out the correct way to put it on. So, got these yellow straps, which are really handy, and these yellow straps are going to be going over your shoulders. And then we've got leg straps that we're going to be putting our legs through. We have a hook. Now, this is a dorsal hook we want on our back. If you fall, something happens to you, you can hook something onto that and lift you up. Now, this is another way, a front way, that if you've fallen and your front is exposed, we can hook something onto there, lift you up. Before we put the harness on, we check our pockets to make sure that we don't have anything in there that could fall from aloft and hurt someone on deck. The simplest way of putting it on is to lay the harness down on the deck with the dorsal hook on the deck. So you can see you've got the two leg loops over there. So you're going to put your feet into the leg loops, like that. Bend down and pick them up over your legs. Then you grab the yellow straps and you put your arms through that like a backpack. Now, this is the way I put the harness on after years of figuring out which way I like to do it best, but I put my right leg in first, I bring it behind my back, I step into the left leg, I put my arms through the shoulder straps so that they're sitting on my shoulders there. I adjust my leg straps. To tighten the leg strap, you pull this up and you pull this one down, like that. I adjust the shoulder straps. And then to clip the middle clip, you pull the gray tab back, you push the black tab down, you slot the other side over and in, and you let it go. Next, you do up the center carabiner. To open these carabiners, you have to push it up, then twist it, then push it down, you hook it in, and you let it go. And then we roll these up, and we have a little elastic over here, and you put the rolled up through the elastic to keep it out of your way so that it doesn't loosen or get stuck in anything. Once you have your harness on, you want to be looking, feel to see if anything is twisted. You want no twists in your harness, and you want it to feel nice and tight, but not so tight that it cuts off any circulation. Once you are confident that you have put your harness on correctly, you go to a buddy and you give them a little spin and ask them to check for any twists or anything wrong with your harness. So attached to the middle carabiner, we have two lanyards, a long one and a short one. So these two lanyards, these carabiners, we don't use them while climbing. We use these as sort of extra lanyards for extra security, particularly when working aloft. Now, you would clip on to anything that's stable, standing rigging, particular points that we have up there to clip onto. We've got a long one and a short one. This long lanyard has an absorber attached to it. This absorber is webbing that is stitched together. So if you were to fall connected to this one, the stitching will break as you fall, coming undone and slowing you down. So on either side of the harness, we have these two loops to clip things onto. Main use of them is we clip the carabiners onto them for the lanyards that are not in use. To climb, we clip an ascender onto our harness. So this is our ascender here. It is designed that it'll follow you up and it'll follow you down when you're moving slowly. But if you fall suddenly, it'll jam, stopping you from falling. When we clip on, take the ascender and we clip it on to the middle carabiner before we leave the deck. Now that we clipped on, we can leave the deck. So we step around and onto the ratlins. It is generally advisable to climb with a shroud between your legs, so see one ratlin on either side. So when you're climbing, the ratlins are for your feet, not for your hands. Main reason is that if you're climbing with someone else, you don't get your fingers stepped on. You keep your hands to the shrouds. So when you're climbing, you always want to maintain 3 points of contact at any given time. So 2 feet, hand, so you only have one hand off 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 hand. So you always maintain 3 points of contact to keep yourself secure. And remember, while you're climbing, it's not a race. Just be safe. I hope you enjoy climbing.